I'm here to talk about advertising, the things that interrupt you from the stuff that you really want to do. And being at a conference like this to talk about advertising almost feels like being an arms dealer at a peace conference. I mean, we're here on Earth Day, right? So my name is Thomas, and I'm an ex-advertising guy. And ex because I'm going to share the story today with you, how I set out to challenge advertising. And what I want you to do as well is challenge advertising. Because here on Earth Day, we have an essential problem to solve, and that is overconsumption. So does any of you know why advertising works? You're going to get all the dirty secrets now from the ad guy. Why does advertising work? Anybody got an idea? Nope? Okay. It's really simple. It's because you're lazy. I'm lazy. We're all very, very lazy. I mean, if you think about it, we're quite an intelligent species, right? We invented the wheel. What did we use that wheel for? We took 4 of those wheels, we put it on a big, black, large Range Rover, and we drive 250 meters down the road to pick up our takeaway coffee. That's how lazy we are. And it almost seems like there's no limits to human imagination and creativity. So of course, what we need to do is, if we want to change this stuff, it's not enough just to sit in our, in our chairs at home. If you really want to do something about overconsumption, this is not how to do it, okay? You need to get out of your chairs and you need to act. So one thing is we are lazy species, okay? The second thing is we're also a very selfish species. And I've seen that a lot of times during the day, okay? Because think about how crazy it is that people actually get killed by taking selfies. Come on, are we really that self-obsessed? Isn't it crazy? I mean, and the thing that's the strangest of all is, people rather want to share a photo with the world rather than actually standing in there and doing good. So we've got a lot of stuff to solve here today. And advertising is almost like alcoholism, okay? Because you think that next little thing is going to make you more happy. That little new handbag, that cream that promised you eternal beauty. So we need to do something about this. And why we need to do it is, right now we're 7 billion people. Imagine we're 9 billion people. We're all going to have the same aspirations. We're all going to buy more stuff. And that's not going to work. But I have one very simple solution for it here today, okay? It's very simple, so all of you can probably remember it. It's this. Not that. Are you in control? Oh, that's going to be a great show today. Thank you. Good. It would be nice with a clicker that actually did work. Good. That is a simple advice. Give a damn. Okay, that guy doesn't give a damn apparently. So give a damn. It's very, very simple. Think about how often you wanted to go for a run and 4 hours later your running shoes are still stuck in the hallway, right? Or maybe you want to spend more time with a loved one, but you don't get around to doing it. If we want to change the world, we need to give a damn. And working in advertising, I always didn't give a damn. When I started in advertising, I was 21 years old. And my parents are school teachers. I don't know how this translates in a Moroccan context, but school teachers are very sensible people. They actually hate advertising, okay? So for me, I pretty much chose the job. It was well paid, but I was kind of lazy. I wasn't really interested in advertising. But my little light bulb moment, the thing that got me to care, was something called the Climate Summit. COP15. I know you had COP22 here in Marrakech, right? It's almost like an episode of Friends. Nothing really happens, but you just keep watching. And I guess we all know what happened, right? This happened. Nothing happened. So I was like, the skill set I have in advertising, understanding brands, I thought maybe the big corporations that are to blame for all of this stuff, maybe they can be part of the solution. So I wrote a book that was a rallying cry to the industry to take responsibility and change these unsustainable practices. But the thing was, I talked to a colleague about the book, a very renowned creative director. And he said to me, what makes you qualified to write that book? And that's the thing when you give a damn, people will question you. And I looked at him and I said, because I will. And the thing is, right now, you are in an amazing time in history, because who got the power? When I started in advertising, the advertisers had the power. But there's a new guy in town who got the power. It's this guy. He got the power. You got the power, and that's amazing. Think about it. 2 billion people have an iPhone today. Think about all the media, all the content you're sharing. The brands don't have a lot of power. So when they come out and talk about a story, so when Coca-Cola come out and try to tell you that, oh, it's taste the feeling, happiness factory and all that stuff, you look down at yourself and you don't think it's Coca-Cola as the happiness factory, but the fat factory. So suddenly they end up in a cover like this, Bloomberg Business Week. And I love this little title. Would you believe I'm just big boned? No, we don't. Coca-Cola, no, we don't. So the thing again, this is back to you, because if we want to change the world's biggest brands, it's a two-way street. Change begins with you. You know this guy? The king of laziness, right? Why is he so hilarious? Because he reminds us of ourselves, right? So on the one shoulder he has the guy that says, you know, stay up on that lazy couch-ass mountain. And the other shoulder we have a guy that says, you know, give a damn, give a damn. And that's the dilemma you're caught in every day. That's the dilemma you're caught in when you watch TV ads. So when you go out and shop, the thing is, you go in there, you see the little commercial saying, you know, these blue pants cost $10. You pick them up, you take the low price, even though you know somebody else is paying a high price. So we do it because we're lazy. We do it because it's more convenient. So if we want to change the world, it demands a lot of effort. I come from a bicycle crazy nation, Copenhagen, Denmark, lots of bikes there. And it's not a very nice place to drive a sustainable transportation like the bicycle. It looks like this. It's a horrible place to ride a bike, but still you do it. I was actually so lazy, so this is not Copenhagen, this is Amsterdam, but it was the first picture that popped up. Sorry about that. So what you got to do is you got to choose, you got to give a damn, but you got to choose brands that give a damn, okay? And it's not enough to choose a brand that recycles coffee cups, because right now, while brands are recycling coffee cups, Elon Musk is recycling space rockets. Isn't that amazing? And what he's done to the electric vehicle, you all know the Tesla, right? Yeah. Right now, he's done solar panels that's integrated into the roof because he knows we're lazy. Isn't that great? Another guy who cares a lot is a guy called Bas van Apple. And all of you have iPhones. I can see quite a few of you sitting with your iPhones in your hands. But what you might not know is that that iPhone contains a lot of conflict minerals. A lot of them comes from a mine a couple of thousand kilometers south in Congo. So he wanted to change something. And he created something called Fair Phone, a phone made of conflict-free minerals. And even before the phone was launched, there was a massive following. So those are some of the passionate guys. And even big corporations like Unilever, the CEO of Unilever talks about this, how they have an opportunity to reinvent consumption. So you've got to make up your mind, who is it that you want to support? But the thing about giving a damn is that there's people that give a damn a lot, and there's no limits to it. This is not a commercial for your dinner, okay? This is a burger that probably most of you can't afford. The price is $325,000 for one burger, okay? And this is not Kobe meat, the Japanese stuff. That's cheap in comparison. This burger is made out of something we all have, muscle tissues. So it's grown in a lab. Sounds disgusting, doesn't it? The people who tasted it in 2011 thought so as well. But 1 year ago, some new scientists had a take on it, and today the price is only $11.25. That means happy cows. So when you have people that give a damn, they can do stuff like this. Another woman who gave a damn is a microbiologist. And those of you who have been married will of course know that that big beautiful wedding dress, you only wear that once. And she thought, that's a shame, that's wasteful, I'm going to do something about it. So she set out to grow a wedding dress, hold on, out of household waste using microbes, and it looks something like this. I know all the girls in the room are like, nah, I'm not going to wear that. And I promise you, I'm not going to marry you if you wear that. But again, the point is, these innovations are exponential. It's happening very fast. And this is 100% self-sustaining city. So that means it grows its own food, it takes care of all its waste. So these are the directions that we are heading. But you need to give a damn and support these guys. But a very simple rule when you give a damn is to be very transparent. Because like I'm up here, you know, one thing is never trust an advertising guy. Never trust anybody who says anything. So you need to strip those brands naked. You shouldn't trust anybody these days, okay? So demand the whole story. What you want to know is, where is that? Oh, so the thing is, there's something called facts. And facts exist, even when it comes to climate, but it's much more convenient for us, again, to stay up on that lazy couch-ass mountain rather than do anything about it. But what you can do about facts is you can ask brands for facts. You can challenge them. This is a clothing company called Honest Buy, and they're transparent about everything. You can see where they get all the material from, what it costs. You can even see how much money they make. And this is just the beginning of what you can demand for brands. This is another company. They use the technology behind Bitcoins to make these supply chains 100% transparent. So when you want to buy that tuna, you can see the guy who picked it up, you can see the woman who packaged it, you can see the truck driver. So the thing I want you to think about is challenge the brands you work with today. Go down, ask your bank, ask your pension fund, what do they think about social issues? What do they think about environmental issues? Because they can be measured. It's really that simple. And when you see something you're disappointed with, do like when you're a child, okay? Make a very loud cry, okay? That's your secret weapon. I don't know how many of you saw this quite frankly horrible video of a United Airlines customer that got pulled out of an overbooked flight. How many saw that image? Just hands up. A few of you. Okay, cool, cool, cool. The thing with social media, you remember the little baby with the not so nice finger? Yeah, good. You have to remember you got the power. So when you are treated not fairly, voice your critique. Because the thing is, today, back in 1920, a company's value was in all its assets, its factories, all that stuff. Today, a company's value is its brand. So if you challenge that brand, the value drops. So United Airlines' value dropped with $250 million. Think about that power that you have. So when you see something you're not happy with, critique, okay? This guy, does anybody know who he is? Howard Schultz. He's the CEO of Starbucks. You all know Starbucks, right? And Starbucks does a lot of good stuff. This is from America, so he does a lot of good stuff for the vets. He does a lot of good stuff for education. That's why he's on Time magazine. I know you can be on Time magazine for bad stuff as well, but don't tell Donald Trump. He hasn't really figured that out yet, apparently. So the thing is, this used to be a company where you said, they're doing a lot of good stuff. But the thing is, they pay as little tax as an Austrian sausage stall, or one plumber in the UK. That's not enough. So this young girl, Maria de la Croix, she's Swedish, and she wanted a job with Starbucks because she believed in the values. She believed that Howard Schultz gave a damn about all this stuff, that he gave a damn about the environment. She couldn't get the job simply because she had blue hair. So she set out, that was her light bulb moment, that was her moment to give a damn. She set out to create the world's first organic bike chain that's powered by people, that's empowering people. And it looks something like this. So the cool thing now is that anybody can be part of this bicycle movement. If you want to start a bike business tomorrow, you can do it. If you want to start a bike business tomorrow, you can do it. The cool thing about it, when you wake up in the morning, would you rather wake up and go to a job in Starbucks or run your own little business? Where do you feel more empowered? Where do you feel that you can make the biggest change? And this business model is really fascinating because it doesn't demand a lot of money. This is the cost to start up a Starbucks and the other one to start up a Wheelies. So this is a revolution that's powered by people who give a damn. And I think that is very important. And when you see what a girl like Maria de la Croix talks about, she challenges advertising. She challenges the world's biggest brands. She's tired of them. And why do I like this? Why do I like this mentality about people who give a damn? The thing is, one of my personal issues is inequality. I think right now we have 69 people living on this planet who have the same wealth as half the earth. I think that's mind-blowing. So we've got to ask ourselves, do we want to create a better society for the few or for the many? And I think this is a way to create a better future for the many. And right now, I think we stand at a time, and I see this as an epic battle. Why go into this? When I wrote the book, Good Advertising, this was about an epic battle between the old economy and the new economy. And I think this picture pretty much shows the good old economy, the oil-driven economy, an economy driven by waste, an economy driven by plastic, versus the new economy, where you decouple growth from economic impact. So this is sustainable businesses versus unsustainable businesses. But every day, it's up to you to make that choice. And I know it's difficult. I know it's difficult to go down to the supermarket and think about what you're picking down, because most of the time we just sleepwalk like zombies. We don't think about it. But you have to give a damn if we want to create the future that we want. So when I wrote my book, I thought, I got to test this out. And there was one guy I wanted to talk to, okay? It's this guy. You might not know him at all, but you know all his work. This is the most powerful guy in advertising. He's called Sir Martin Sorrell. He earns £36 million a year. That's pretty much, huh? So I wrote him because he got about 180,000 people working for him that's creating all the advertising they're seeing out there. So I wrote him and I said, what do you think about this movement? You know, should our industry live up to its responsibility? Should we push more sustainable behaviors? And I got an email back from him, okay? It says this, too much going on, sorry. I mean, it was pretty good, he answered, right? This is, by the way, a confidential email, so if you do share it, remember to tag Mr. Sir Martin Sorrell on Facebook, okay? If you give a damn, you can't take no for an answer. Because else change won't happen. So I wrote him a second email explaining all the agencies that had my book, all the people that I talked to. And I got another answer. Sorry, just jammed. So why am I sharing this story with you? I'm sharing this story with you because you had some really amazing speakers on stage today, girls from NASA, an explorer. And the thing is, you heard all this stuff. But tomorrow, you are back in your homes, you're back at the shopping trolleys, and you're probably not just going to say, sorry, too jammed, too much going on, I'm not going to do anything about it. Right? So the thing is, and this is very simple, I want you to do one thing, and that is to give a damn. Alternatively, we can maybe save the world tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, but quite honestly, good luck with that. Thank you.